The tendency has been, in terms of ghetto crimes, to concentrate on imprisonment of individuals rather than to seek and destroy the community roots of crime itself. The environment causes crimes, not the people. It is important to understand how a community's social pathology infects individuals. Not all persons react to pervasive pathology by resorting to antisocial criminal behavior. It is not known with enough precision why one individual reacts in overtly destructive ways and another in more passive, accepting ways. One has to accept the fact that under the best social conditions man can devise, some persons will probably be criminal, some will be indigent and seek to exploit others, some will be passive, withdrawn or lazy for reasons no one fully understands. Some possible reasons are distorted familial relations, inadequate physical constitution, defective nervous system, and a complexity of other factors that are not primarily related to community pathology. The present lack of scientific understanding cannot, however, be used to justify continuing social oppression. It is clear, moreover, that the continued existence of social pathology could be cured increases the proportion of human casualties. In other words, what Doc is saying, that, and he keeps saying that, if you want to get rid of the ghetto culture, the ghetto pathology, you got to change the environment. They found that out in not the Morning Report, but the Kerner Commission. You take them out of the ghetto, okay, will some of the culture still ride with them? Yeah, as far as out of wedlock births, promiscuousness, white collar crimes, yes. But the thing is, what you see in the ghetto is basically an outgrowth of the culture and the environment together. That's how come you see the same crimes and the same attitudes and the same kind of crimes in the same place. Okay, you haven't changed the environment. If you move the ghetto chick or the baby mama and give her, that's how come they came up with Section 8, move her out of the neighborhood, move out of the ghetto, put her into a middle-class neighborhood. Yeah, she's gonna have some ghetto culture, but the thing is, over time, that's gonna go away, and her kids are gonna get socialized differently. And her kids may be a little bit ghetto, but guess what? They go to school, white kids, they have to adhere to what white norms or European norms, and eventually they grow out of that shit. They go on to do something else. I've seen it, because hell, I'm one of those kids. Okay? I'm one of those kids. You're surrounded where you have to fight every day and people have to steal and you're poor and that's what you're surrounded by. Yeah, but they put you on the bus, they send you out to the school by the beach around different kind of kids, different kind of norms. It's going to change your outlook, change the way you talk, change the way you carry yourself. When we moved out of the neighborhood into a middle-class neighborhood, all the fights and all the other kind of bullshit that would normally go on stopped. The color of people were the same, but the surroundings were different. There's ways you can change this stuff, that you can change some of the more detrimental things as far as surroundings. The thing is like Clark was saying, there's other things you have to do to actually change the culture. You move them out, they get more money, they exhibit the same kind of culture, but it's in a different way. When you put them in a different environment, then the culture is going to be expressed a different way. That's what Clark was saying. But anyway, we're going to have to go through this in more detail. He's pretty harsh, but social pathology or the tangle of pathology, which, I am going to clip off and I am going to clip out and I am going to save, because that's where it's from. And he's right. He's right. Merely by moving them out of their environment doesn't necessarily cure the whole tangle of social pathology. It's not.